Hey, that's bright. Hey, glasses. I don't know. Can you hear me? I don't know if anybody's gonna show up for this or not. I just bored. Drive to New Orleans. I got a friend down there in ICU. Went down Monday. She wasn't doing good. They weren't expecting her. That is one cool RV. It's all painted up like a house. That is just neat. That's cool. I say painted up. It's a sticker. I get it. But the whole thing, it's got a fake window on it, flowers and all that. Anyway, I'm driving to New Orleans. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read comments or not. Glares in my face. Well, let's see how it goes. Hello, hello. Anyway, she wasn't really, they didn't give her much chance to make it. She's got a lot of health issues. She was in a car wreck 30 years ago, 29, 28 years ago, paralyzed her. And I met her in 11, I think. We remodeled a bathroom. Our church remodeled a bathroom for them, made it a wheelchair where you could roll in. It was real big. And we just became pretty good friends. And she had legs at the time, but she was fighting infections. And I want to say in 13 she had her legs removed. And I'm one of those people, I ask really weird questions. And I wondered why she didn't. If you're paralyzed, why would you want to keep it? Because you can't use them. Go meet. No, let's go. Let's redeem. Yeah, I think it's redeem. And somebody else. It doesn't stay on very long. Hey, I got a thumbs up. Cool. Anyway, so she had her legs removed in 13, which really helped her out a lot. And then I was having a lot of trouble. I got two ostomy bags. I got two bags on my belly. One of them's an ileostomy. Well, they're both ileostomies, technically. One of them's kind of like a roof vent for the 80% of my small intestine I don't use. And I was having a lot of trouble, so it kind of scared her off from having them. Well, beginning of this year, she had that surgery, got an ostomy. Well, a colostomy. She had a colostomy and a urostomy. An ileostomy is off your small intestine. A colostomy is off of your colon, and a urostomy of your urine. I can't even. Anyway, so she had that done at the beginning of the year, but it was troubles, and while she was in the hospital, she got a bed sore, and because she's paralyzed, she didn't feel it, and the little nurse attendant, whatever, didn't tell her about it, which was so wrong. And it, of course, it was real low on her back, real low. And this is so not good. Besides, I only got one. I got one important person watching me. Thank you. And I'm not sure who you got. I know, I'm buffering bad. I know, this isn't gonna work. I'm gonna shut it down. But I'm bored, I got nothing else to do. I'm driving. Nobody would ride with me. It's like a 2.5 hour ride. Unless you're driving 100 miles an hour. I made it 2 hours last time. But I had my flashers going. They were not expecting her to survive at all. Anyway, they got her out of, they did surgery Tuesday morning. They didn't find a blood clot, which they thought they were going to find. They didn't find an infection, which they thought they were going to find. Her kidneys shutting down. They got her on dialysis. Her liver's shutting down. I think she got like ammonia poisoning from her liver, not doing what it's supposed to do. I think that's been this whole trouble. And it's pretty serious when that happens. go down a little bit. She's in ICU, but Oshners, man, they got some really standing people, and I guess the days of, not letting, it all depends on how the patient is, especially when they're in serious condition. It helps to have people coming in, because, the person may not talk, and I spent 8 days in ICU, and I don't remember a whole lot, but I think it helps your subconscious to fight things. What is it about people that get in the left lane and hog it? I don't get that. I can't. Wait, hey, yeah, hey. Hey, I'm new to my live chat too. This is the first one I've done. And I really picked a bad area to do it, because the cell service, I'm on the interstate. I'm driving down Louisiana, and it may get worse because I'm fixing to go across, not the longest bridge, but it's a pretty long bridge. It's not the Pontchartrain Bridge, but it's still pretty long. And there's service. Let's see, I see a Hey Freckles and a Hey Redeem and a Hey Janice. So I'm not sure who all's here. Anyway, my friend Cindy, she's in ICU, and I'm gonna go down and see her for a little bit. Her stepson sent me a message yesterday that they had gotten her off the ventilator, which was cool. They were thinking they weren't going to get her off the ventilator. She's in pretty bad shape. She's got a 14-year-old daughter, and 4 stepkids. Yeah, 4 stepkids. Got a lot of family that cares about her. Anyway, what is it with people driving in the left lane? They want you to move over. Most wrecks are caused because people are weaving in and out of traffic. And you don't need to be weaving in. Interstates are designed for people to pass on the left and lollygag like this guy on the right. Get out of my way, let me go get my speeding ticket. I don't want a speeding ticket. That's sarcasm. Alright, now I'm starting that bridge. Let's see, exit 32. I'm on 55 south. Stand in floodland. Anyway, she went in about 7 weeks ago because she's got rods in her back from her car wreck when she was a kid. 17, I think. That paralyzed her. And there was infection around the rods, and infection around her inner spine, or in the disc. I think it was in the disc. Insurance company wouldn't pay for out-of-network up in Jackson, so they shipped her down to New Orleans, which New Orleans is a pretty good hospital. Come on, people, move over to the right lane. That's how you're supposed to drive. It's safer that way. But no, you want to hog the left lane. You want to hog the left lane. Man, what is it about people? No, it's because there's a vehicle there. They're not wanting to get over because they're afraid they can't get back. Move over, let me get past you, and then you can move back over here. And drive slowly in this lane. And now I got 3 people watching. Yay! Come on. I had an old grandma flip me off earlier because she was riding in the left lane. See, you don't need cars speeding, weaving in and out of traffic. That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. At all. I don't know what my service is going to be like through here. I've had pretty bad service through here. My buffering's still real bad. I did. I had an old lady flip me off. I was surprised at that. Like, okay. But y'all don't hang out in the left lane. Anyway, I'm going to go down and see Cindy for a little bit. Alright, some drivers think they need drivers. Yeah, we need to learn to see. Have you tried singing Gordon Lightfoot's songs? Oh, okay, we got somebody. Hey, who's this? What? Okay. Some drivers do. Yeah, I like Gordon Lightfoot. He's got good songs. Alright, so who is this? Janice. Janice who? Janice got a YouTube channel? I don't think I can carry a tune in a bucket. I don't know, I like singing. I've been in choirs, and yes, Janice has a YouTube channel. Okay, I'll try to remember to look it up later when I'm not driving. I got both hands on the steering wheel. My 14-year-old that we lost to suicide 3 years ago, he was in the choir at school, and we had done they had a boys choir, men's choir little thing, and they would invite the students and parents, dads to come, and mostly students, and I got in on that. That was pretty cool. I was a stay-at-home dad at the time, so I did all the choir stuff. I am. I really am driving first. But driving is multitasking. That's what I guess. Oh boy, I'm gonna get on it now. See, I don't get this. The same people that will tell you or will tell kids not to text and drive are the same people that will say you can't own things. Logic is gonna be able to keep teenagers from texting and driving. And my thought is you shouldn't make it illegal to text and drive, because when you do, that makes people hide their phones, because people are gonna text. And there are times like right now, I'm on a bridge, it's separated, there's no way for anybody to cross and come into my lane. It's 2 lane. Would you rather me text with my phone up here in front of me where my eyeballs can look on the road, or would you want me texting down here and looking off? It doesn't make any sense. Now, that being said, it should be a crime to be involved in an automobile accident that you cause bodily harm, a serious crime, and teach responsibility. Because if you just use the blanket statement, no texting and driving, well, if you're in bumper to bumper, quote, rush hour traffic, and you're crawling that round at 5 miles an hour, or 15 miles an hour, whatever, texting isn't extremely dangerous. But if you're on a country road and it's at night and it's a 2-lane road, well, that ain't the time to be texting, because you can't see. You got the glare of the phone, and so I think there's times when you that it's not a good idea to text. Right. But if you're going to do it, have sense of it. But that's just my soapbox. Ooh, I got quiet. We got clouds. Looks like it might be raining down here. What? My service is horrible, isn't it? Yeah, I'm probably buffed really bad. Yeah, had 2 people suffering through it. My favorite trees. Oh, we got somebody stopped on the side of the road with their doors wide open. Oh, that's not good. Dude. Anyway, he's right. My favorite trees are cypress trees. And down here, and I don't know, I kind of ain't gonna be able to do this, I don't think. Get my phone. Let's see. Y'all see those? I love those trees. I love that look. Moss growing on all the trees. Love cypress. And we got rain coming. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Alright, get y'all back on my ugly face. Put my phone back up over here. There. I love bald cypress. That, and then I've got family that lives in Wyoming, and I've been up there a few times, and oh man, it's been so long since they look like kind of, I say Christmas trees. Oh man, cannot think of what they're called. Anyway, they're my other. I love the trees there. Of course, you know, I live in Mississippi. We got lots of trees here. We flew to Colorado, Wyoming in '94, and then we went back that way up to Montana. And I remember driving back and going through Kansas, and you know, we get to Mississippi, or we got to you know, what was it? Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee. Pretty trees here. Pretty trees down here. So we do, you know, I'm bad about looking at the grass is greener on the other side, because I don't like the heat here. It's really, really hard on me. I don't have a colon, so I dehydrate really easy. I go to an infusion center every 2 weeks to get a bottle of fluid. And the heat just murders me. Murders me. If I'm gonna do more live streaming, I'll have to change the setting on my phone, or my YouTube, because I got it set for, I got a new black, and it makes it a little bit harder to see the writing. I got a house I'm working on that has horrible cell service, so I haven't been uploading my videos from there. And it's just, you know, with driving and, you know, not getting home till late, my helpers, I have to drive 25 minutes one way to get him. And the house I'm working on is about 2 miles from my house. I spend almost 2 hours a day picking him up, taking him home. And unless I edit while I'm driving down the road, which is not smart, and I don't want to really do it, by the time I get home and eat, I just don't have time to upload. But I've got, and then, you know, I can't do it. I need to do it at work, and time I could do it, but that happens. Anyway, I'm gonna be working on off and on. I was gonna get that one. She bought it. She's moving from a 5.3 to a 2, from a 5.3 to a 3.2, and she's putting new flooring in and putting one of those walk-in tubs. I should have that thing installed this week. Anyway, in the middle of all that, I'm gonna start another flip house Tuesday. We'll start demoing on it, and I'm gonna do the same thing on that one that I did on my 1401 Beverly. 1401. That's right. It doesn't matter. I don't use the name of the street. I just use the house number. And I don't remember what the house number is this one. But anyway, I start this one Tuesday. It's not going to be as nearly as big a project. I'm thinking 4 or 5 weeks for us in there, me in there. We're going to it's got the house was built in the 60s and it's still room, which I wish they would keep. They're talking about painting and it's on a blue tub and toilet. I mean, it is in really good shape. There's no cracks in it. I wish they'd keep it. And then they've got that's the hall bathroom. And it's actually bigger than the master bathroom. And we're going to move the air conditioning system out of the hall closet and put it up in the attic. And then take that hall closet and make it part of the master shower. So we'll open it up and it'll make it look a lot better. And we got a wall that separates the formal living room, dining room from the den kitchen, and a little bitty fireplacey thing that it's not a full fireplace. It's kind of cheesy. Anyway, we're going to pull that out and open up that wall, put a big beam in, put new countertops, and we're talking about doing concrete countertops. And I've never done concrete countertops, but I told them I wanted to try. So it's not going to cost more because they're going to pay the same that they would have for whatever. So it's going to be just, and get a little money from a labor experience. I'll get to learn what I'm doing. I'm going to do a vlog from there like I did the 1401. I may one day get into where I'm doing. I may get into one day where I'm doing kind of how-tos. I'm not real comfortable with doing those yet because there's so many ways to do things that, the way I look at it, it's how I'm doing something. And I do remodel work. I do so many different things that none of it, sometimes we just have to figure out a way to make it work. Traffic. I'm watching traffic. Hey, we got a little rain. Yay. It's been a rainy summer down here. And good rains too. Not those typical summers you get them about and it gets just wet enough to make everything steamy. We've had some really wet rain this year. Alright, let's see. I'm fixing to get on 10. Yep. I remember how to do all this. And I used to get so lost coming out of New Orleans. My first wife was an alcoholic, drug addict. We'd come down to New Orleans. I wouldn't say regular. We were only together like 5 years, but we probably in that 5 years came down to New Orleans 10 times, maybe 8, 7, 8. No, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. Okay. Yeah. Alright. And I would get lost coming out of there every time. Because it's weird. You gotta go. What? Anyway, I never could figure it out. Now I got GPS. Now that I got Google Maps, I like that. Because I can just turn right where I need to go. Right. I don't know how much longer I can drive before I got to turn this off and put my Google Maps on. I say drive, how long I can live stream. Kathy, I'm going to try to... Kathy, you're in here, aren't you? Kathy, totally Kathy. Uh-oh, traffic. Let's see, no, what do I want to turn on? I'm in the wife's car. I'm not used to where all the buttons are. Now, it's 3:30 on a Sunday afternoon. This can't be, this must be some kind of wreck. Kathy, let's see, it's Kathy, I can't tell. I'm slowing down, so nobody's in my lane. New Orleans is 19 miles. There must be some kind of wreck up here or something. Oh, I'm down to 2 people. 3 people. I wouldn't want to watch my video either, especially not driving and just. But I was bored, so I figured I'd do something.
I spent a whole bunch of time with my mom while she's been on she had some health.
What am I listening to on radio?
And I love this thing. It is better than I said. No Teflon.
Okay. I mean, we are at a standstill. Standstill. Hey, that's a cool tag. 168 car. That's neat. And that's probably not. Anyway, I got personalized tags on both of my vehicles. The car I'm driving now is 15 Kia Soul. And we bought it September 26th, and we lost Tyler on the 8th. Yeah, 9/8. So just a couple, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 20 days, 18 days. So 2.5 weeks. We bought it about 2.5 weeks after losing Tyler. And bought it brand new. And we got paid $14,000 for it. I couldn't believe we could get a brand new car that cheap. Now it's a base model, and the wife wanted a standard, so we bought her a standard. And it's a fun little car. I had the speakers upgraded a little bit, and an amp put in it. Nothing like, they didn't put a sub in it or anything. Just wanted something that played a little bit louder and clearer and lasted a little while, because they were the cheapest stock speakers you could get. And we had the power outlets to where they're live all the time, had them wired direct, because they only worked when the car was on. And at the time, the wife, her job, she needed something she could charge. We both vape, need to be able to charge vape batteries and phones and stuff like that, and not inside the plant that she worked. So we had that done, and then had the power locks or key fob thing. Well, I don't know what caused this slowdown. Way over there, they're doing something to the railroad track. Y'all see, I'm keeping a safe distance. We should have more trains. Yeah, we don't use trains enough. I thought it's crazy. All right, I was going to run home from Toronto, and we had to stop along the Trans Highway. Car accident way up ahead from where we were. We were there for hours. Oh yeah, that would bite. Buffering again. Yeah, I know, and there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, I'm doing this because I was bored and I wanted something to do. And I mean, I feel for you guys that are going to watch, or they're watching me, because I know it's like horrible. So I'm not going to be hurt if y'all don't watch, because I'm just bored. I wanted something to do. I couldn't get anybody to ride with me down here. I said, you know what? I'll bring you two with me. When we had Katrina and New Orleans got flooded from the levees breaking, I thought, New Orleans is, because of the docks and all of that, it's an important port. Rivers and the river there in the Gulf of Mexico, and so I thought, it would be neat. This would be a city, Baton Rouge or somewhere like that, and do a high-speed rail with several trains running in the morning and in night, for the shifts, and bring people in and out. Because going to collect water. Katrina, the hurricane didn't hit New Orleans. It actually hit our coast, Waveland. Yeah, I think it was Waveland it hit. The eye did. So it was the outer band that got New Orleans, but it was the levees. It breached over the levees. $12 for how long a span? Let's see, 7 to 8 hours. So it took you an extra 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, that would be. You know, we here in the United States, we've got new laws. Truckers, and they're only allowed to drive X amount of hours, and then they got to rest, and they got to take a break. And I watched Sasnak, which is Kansas backwards, and that dude's kind of, he is good. He started that channel just so his could watch, see what he was doing, and his channel's it's growing. He's got I don't know how many viewers. Anyway, all right, dude, don't you look? Can't you see? That's what's so wrong about people passing on the right side. Yeah, it's unsafe. People need to learn left lanes for passing. Don't jump over into the right lane passing people. People need to learn to move over, because he's going to come up behind me. He's going to do it again. And these people in front of me, they're not going to move over. And I thought, what would happen? You know, that would be really frustrating. You're driving a truck and you've got, 10 or 11 hours to drive, and then you have to take a break. And you got to be somewhere, and you're stuck in traffic for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. Well, can you log out? I mean, you get 10 miles in 3 or 4 hours because it takes, or like we've had some shutdowns on our interstate where they literally just shut the highway down, and there have been trucks that were stuck in there. Anyway, I'm not a big government person. Leave me alone. Get out my business. I already find out if Kathy was in. Who's in here? Y'all gotta tell me who's in here, because it's not safe for me to be. I don't know all these. Hey, let's see. I'd subscribe to him. Love his truck. Yeah. He is cool. I love his truck too. That is so neat. Me? Who's me? I'm here. Hey, Kathy is here. Cool. I'm gonna try to watch your live at 5, but it's 3:30 now, and I'm about 20 minutes away from the hospital. And my plan was to try to be there about an hour. I think I may not be able to get in until 4:30 to see her. Dude, look, I'm going as fast as I can. These cars up here, we got traffic in both sides. This guy just got right up on me. He's weaving in and out of lanes. And I can see a tanker way up there. Yep, go around me, just so you can get back behind me. I'm going to take this exit up here. Nope, he's going to force it in and almost cause a wreck right there. There was not enough room for him to get in there, but he got in there anyway. See, that's the kind of goofballs that cause problems. Uh-oh, wrong gear! Wrong gear. Oh, man, I messed that up. It's the only thing about driving the standard. I messed that up. Because I need to put Google's Maps up so I can get to the hospital. I'm buffering, I know, I'm buffering. Bye, guys. Y'all have a good day. Thanks for riding with me. Guys, I'm gonna probably come back on when I go back home, but it'll be after. I'm probably gonna leave about 6:30, coming back. So I get back on here and chat and keep myself occupied. Hippie out.